Welcome to the lesson. eyesofire.net is the website. I'm Tom. Today I'm going to go over some arpeggios. In fact, this might be your introduction to some arpeggios. I'm going to show you 2-string and then 3-string arpeggios. And for arpeggios, believe me, that's going to be enough, especially if you're not used to doing them. Arpeggios took me forever to get down, and it was something that was slowly in the making. I never had a light bulb moment, so to speak, where I could suddenly play them after practicing them for so long. Some people have, they say, so it could be that way for you. I don't know. But arpeggios are very difficult for me to get down, and sometimes I still struggle with them, and that's just the way it is. But they sound really cool. They're very articulate. So here's an arpeggio. Well, it's an arpeggio sweep. More specifically, I'm going to show you how to sweep, and then we're going to sweep arpeggios. An arpeggio would be something like this. That was a C major arpeggio. And there's minor ones, and diminished ones, and there's jazz ones, and all kinds of arpeggios. I'm just going to stay real basic for this one. Now, an arpeggio is nothing more than a broken chord. The basic arpeggio is root, third, and fifth. So take the C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, octave. And descend. Now we take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. That's a C major arpeggio, a basic one, just root, third, fifth, and it repeats. Root, third, fifth, root, third, fifth, root. And it just repeats. That's an arpeggio. Now I'm going to show you how to sweep them, and we're going to stay on the upper strings, upper in the context of pitch. So this one, and this one, and eventually this one. Strings 1, 2, and 3. To start with, we're going to do strings 1 and 2. So we're going to do this in the key of D, just because it makes for an easier example for you to learn from. So D, here's your D note. And there's your D note. Now the 2-string arpeggio, we're going to start with our middle finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And the next note is going to be played with our index finger, 1st string, 2nd fret. So those first 2 notes, and the 3rd note is going to be played with our pinky finger, and that's going to be on the 1st string, 5th fret. So we got this. This one happens to be our root note, which is D. So that's 1, 3rd, 5th. And that's the D major pattern. It's the major pattern. The major pattern. This major pattern is always going to be the same, whatever key that you're in. So if I wanted to play a D sharp major, to E, F, F sharp, the pattern is the same, doesn't matter. But we're going to do this in D. Okay, now how you pick this to sweep it, you're going to downpick, well, everything. So you're going to start on this note with your middle finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. Downpick it and sweep right on through, downpicking the next note. Just like that. So down, 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 down. And when you get to this note here, you're not going to pick the next note, at least for this example. So hammer on, pull off. Hammer on, pull off. Pick, pick, hammer on, pull off. Down pick, hammer on, pull off. Down pick, down pick, down pick, hammer on, pull off. So it's 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, so 4 notes of B. Now we're going to stay diatonic to D, so the next is going to be this pattern here. It's going to be a minor pattern, and it's going to look like this, and I'll have it all written out in tabs as well. The minor pattern is going to look just like the pattern we did, except the third, remember this is 1, this is the root, third, fifth, that third, you're just going to flat it a half step, because remember, the difference between major and minor is the third. The third, when you play a minor third, it's going to be flatted by a half step or 1 fret. So we're going to go from this note, place your middle finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret. Now here's major, but that doesn't work diatonically in the key of D. If I play that shape minor, it does. So play that shape again, but flat the 3rd 1 fret. So instead of this, it's going to be this. Okay, instead of this, it's going to be this. Major, minor. And we're going to do minor in this shape to keep it diatonic to the key of D. And it's down pick, hammer on, pull off. Down pick, hammer on, pull off. Same thing. So we got these 2 shapes so far. And then we shift up. Shift up 1 whole step, which is 2 frets or 2 notes, and we change shapes from major to minor. Remember, the formula for a major scale is going to be a pick well, we're going to do D because we're in D, and the progression is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. That's the formula for the natural scale. So that's how you know how many frets you're going to go up with each time that you shift your position on the guitar neck. You're going to know whether to go 1 step or a half step because you know that formula. Here's the starting note. From there it's up a whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, so that first shape, major. And we're going to go up a whole step, minor. Up another whole step, minor. Half step, major. Whole step, major. Whole step. Sounds like minor. Whole step. This is going to be a little bit different. This is neither major or minor. It more resembles a minor because it's got the flat third, but this is called a full diminished or a diminished. There's a couple different ways you can play this. You should, as always, get good at playing both of them. Take your middle finger and place it on the 14th fret, 2nd string. And then take your index finger, place it on the 12th fret, 1st string. Down pick, then hammer on with your ring finger on the 15th fret and pull off, just like we've always been doing. It's a little eerie sounding, it's diminished. The other way you can play this, the other way you can figure this, the notes are going to be the same, the picking the same. But you can also, instead of putting your middle finger on the 14th fret 2nd string, do that with your ring finger. And then place your same old index on the 1st string 12th fret. And then hammer on pull off with your pinky. And from there, go up a half step to complete this. And that's going to be major because we're starting over with C at 1 octave higher. So that you're basically just, because you know your theory hopefully, at least up to this point, we're basically just following that, but we're doing it in arpeggios. The formula is going to be, you start with major, whole step up to a minor, whole step again, play another minor, half step, play a major, whole step, play a major again, whole step, play the minor shape, whole step, play the diminished shape, then half step, and you play major, or the octave. And that's what it looks like. So in review, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. And major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, full diminished, major. And when we put it all together, this is set at 100 beats per minute, 4 notes a beat, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a that one, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Of course, those are eighth notes. I'm trying to reprogram my brain here. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Even I need to brush up on this a little bit. Not ashamed to admit it. So you should be able to descend as well as ascend. And you want to have different starting points too. Like you could start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You can also have the one start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And you can have it start, well, I guess right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, I mean, there's 3 notes to this whole thing per pattern. So that's 3 different starting and ending points that you should be practicing and ascending as well as descending. And you'll get those 2-string arpeggios down. Yes, you will. One other way that you can pick this. So we got 2 picks total, right? Down, down, then hammer on, pull off. Another way you could pick this is to down pick, and then up pick, and pull off. So you're picking 3 out of 4 notes that way, and sometimes, depending on what you're doing or whatever change you're going to, it might even be easier to do it that way. So as always, practice both ways of picking this with the down, down, hammer on, pull off, down, down, hammer on, pull off, or down, down, up, pull off, down, down, up, pull off. They're both handy ways to do it. And this lesson seriously ran over, so I'm going to save the 3-note arpeggio picking for the next one. I think that's enough to saturate your brain with for this lesson. So I hope you enjoyed that. Practice those arpeggios. They're tough. They really are. But once you get them down, they're going to get easier. They're going to be more subconscious, and they're going to be so much fun to play, and they sound really cool. So practice. It'll be worth it. And definitely add these to your journal. Keep a log.